National Donate Life Month by learning about the process of organ donation. Now, today we're going to be continuing with a conversation about the waiting list that has so many people spending weeks, months, even years hoping for a second chance at life. And joining me now is Dr. Julie Heimbach. She's the director of transplant, the transplant center, actually, that's located at Mayo Clinic, as well as Shug Burry, who just 5 months ago, it's just crazy, received her life-saving transplant. And ladies, thank you so much. Such an important topic to talk about. First of all, let's hit the waiting list. How does that work?
Well, thank you, Robin. You know, the waiting list is a national waiting list, and the priority or the order of the waiting list does depend on which organ is being waited for. But it is a challenge because we have this life-saving therapy, but we don't have enough organs, so there has to be a waiting list. And that's really what that is. It's prioritizing people on that list.
And then does it prioritize patients, like based on, let's say there's 3 patients, for example, I know there's more, waiting for a heart. So do we take a look at which patient is closer to losing their life, or do they just take the next one in line?
So that's a great point, and actually it's both.
Yeah.
So there is a priority based on how urgent the transplant is, as well as how long you've been waiting, as well as other factors like blood type and size and match. So there's a number of things that go into it, and it does vary by organ type. For example, kidney, there's a dialysis machine that can help support people waiting, so that means that waiting time is a bigger part of that list. For liver, there's not such a system.
Well, and I think liver is so amazing because anybody can sign up for the donation for a liver, because your liver, from what I understand, kind of just grows back, right?
That's right.
That's crazy.
It's possible to donate part of a healthy person can donate part of their liver.
Yeah, they don't take the whole thing.
They get just a part of it,
yeah.
And that part goes to the recipient. It can grow to a whole-size liver, so it's possible for living and deceased donation.
That's great. So Shug, let's talk about your experience 5 months ago. Tell us about it.
Well, first of all, I got to say she is like the best surgeon in the world.
Yeah.
So thankful that I had her. The experience started 12 years ago when I was first diagnosed with something called primary sclerosing cholangitis. It's an autoimmune disease that attacks your liver. I was able to live a good 10, 12 years with that without any big issue, but the Mayo Clinic was always monitoring me.
Yeah, oh good.
And so what had happened then is eventually I went into liver failure, and when they did more investigation, they saw I had bile duct cancer, cholangiocarcinoma, and it's an aggressive cancer, and the Mayo Clinic was on top of it. They just worked so hard. I went through chemo, I went through radiation, they did exploratory. When they realized everything was gone, then they put me on the transplant list, and here I am today.
When you found out that you got a new liver, what did you think? How did you feel?
Well, actually, I have a lot of dear friends who've been praying and lifting us up. And when I first realized that I needed a liver, I was feeling for the family. And so from there, you know,
how beautiful.
Unfortunately, they lost that beautiful person, but that person decided to donate and impact all of our lives.
Well, and I think, like we say, one donation can save several lives. Right after your transplant, you posted something on social media. Let's take a look.
And when they called that morning and they said, Shug, we have a liver for you, I was so excited because I was in liver failure. I was so excited, you guys. It was bittersweet. I was sad for the family who had to lose a loved one, but I was rejoicing because it was giving me a second chance at life. I am restored. God is not done with me yet.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm crying now too. That is so beautiful. No, God is not done with you yet.
No,
You've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
Thank God. Let's talk about people signing up. What is that process of becoming a donor?
Well, actually, this is actually just indicating that you would like to be a donor if, after you've passed, that it would be suitable for you to be an organ donor. So
does that have to be something in a will, or does it have
No,
to be...
actually, you can sign up online, so donatelife.com, or you can sign up when you get your driver's license or when you renew your driver's license. In most states, that's possible. So there's multiple different ways to do it. But another key part is making sure that your family knows that this is something that you want to do, so that everybody is aligned in the instance.
Real quickly, do we know how many people are waiting on the list right now?
More than 100,000.
100,000. So all you have to do is sign up. Ladies, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your story, Shug, and thank you for everything you're doing. We appreciate it.